What up, Facebook family? Namaste.
Televise the violence so they can see. You wanna fight for freedom, but children bleed.
How are you on this lovely, bubbly day that we claim as God's day? Thank God we are not alone. How are you guys holding up? I have 30 minutes. That's it. I was gonna get on this afternoon, but somehow I gained some time. And that's what I'd like to talk about, the Matrix, where time is relative and we, through Christ consciousness, are divine creators. And yeah, I had some court paperwork to do and I did it faster than I thought I would. So I'm here real quickly with you. So let's breathe and call on the divine. As the sun literally just like kissed my third eye, we call on the divine to block any interferences. We claim ourselves as blessed, not being less. No matter who wants to keep us in lower vibes, we are blessed, you guys. The astrology is that the moon's in Scorpio, going into Sagittarius, and Pluto is retrograde. So Pluto governs transitions, and if your life is being disassembled, it's just so it can be put back together again. So if you're experiencing that in your inner world with changes, in your outer world with relationships, and in the outer world with the polytrix, what an emotional and wild week and ride we have all had. We told you guys to grab the popcorn, and hopefully you're not feeding into any of the deception and chaos. We have risen above that, my loves. Praise Yah. So I really regret not mentioning on last read, because it was on my notes, that on July 13th, something was going to happen. And the reason I didn't say it is because who knows what was going to happen. I'm referring to the Trump incident. Yeah, every day we know that something's going to happen and we don't know what. But today has been claimed as International Justice Day, July 17th. So at least we can know that that justice is here, and justice is balance and fairness and a whole lot of other things. So I'm going to go ahead and get into something that I've really been wanting to talk about, and that is the Matrix. Hi, Emil. Grand Rising, beloved. Ring the bell for you. Angelic blessings to you. We're going to do a very short read. Just basically find out who is our spirit team. And I want to share just a little bit of what I've learned on the Matrix. Namaste, Lily. I promise I'm going to get your read to you. I have family coming in out of state and court, and so I'm sorry that your read is late, but it is coming. It is coming, Lily. Today or tonight, most likely. So we hear that we live in a matrix. We've seen the movie The Matrix. I'm going to real briefly explain it. And I'm not a scientist or a physicist. I'm a spiritualist. What qualifies me to be me and talk about these things is I'm also human. I'm a mother. I'm a godly woman. I did graduate from CBU with my degree in political science, and when I realized in 2011 that I wasn't going to change the system through politics than I got into my spirituality, when I realized that the system was just all about money. And now, as we've all realized, it goes so much deeper than that, so much darker than that. So this matrix that we live in, people get tricked up because we are in a 3D reality. Like, we are real. We are real. But everything else isn't. And the best way that I can explain that is by showing an example with a crystal. So this is an amazing fluorite crystal. And if you look into the heavens, just look into the Bible of what heaven looks like. And it's described as a lot of crystals, a lot of gold, a lot of pearls, right? Those pearly white gates, but tons and tons and tons of like walls and pillars made from crystal. That's the real reality. And when people say that we live in a matrix, when we live in a hologram, even though, yes, these holographic images are third dimensional, and again, we are real. We are not we are not a hologram. We are souls. If you can imagine, and there are 7 heavens, so you can look into that as well. Sorry, you guys, my phone always blows up in the morning. But you can look up the layers of heavens. And so at the top is the divine. We've gone the one creator. We've gone through the hierarchy of spirit. Then there's the higher council, the Elohim, the lowercase gods, the angels, and it goes in layers. And there's there's gatekeepers to each layer. That's another video for another day. But back to the matrix, my loves. So at the top of what I just described is a lot of crystals. And again, I'm not a scientist. You can look into this. I'm going to say it in layman's terms. But there are, and I'll try to share the video. Billy Carlson explains it much better. So this is reality. And when a light is shined on it, oops, it's upside down. It casts a shadow down here where you guys can't see. So you can do this experiment on your own to help you understand the matrix, which is governed by Archangel Metatron, this false reality where tangible things aren't really here. So if you shine a light on the heavens, then it casts a shadow. And that's what we live in. We live in the shadow of a real reality. It's in a different dimension, but it casts a shadow through light onto where we live in. And so there's other things that go into that, like NCPs, non-control players, which I don't play video games, so that one I'm still trying to understand or understand. But hi Lorraine, we miss you. I'm getting Zara today. We'll send you a picture. I hope you're well, darling. So the matrix that we live in is a shadow of the real reality, which we are experiencing more of. So if you've had strange ass things happen with tangible items, with timelines, like did Richard Simmons not die years ago and now suddenly he died right after the Trump shooting, which I'm not even going to get into the politics. I don't pick a side. To me, it is the same bird with 2 wings. Yes, I do believe Trump is our best bet and our last president until we break free. But prayers, of course, to him and to all involved. I don't even know what I was saying. We told you guys it was a stage. You can look online and find the list of the politics names on the actors list. I'll try to share that as well, but you could do your own research. All of the politics are on the like registered actors list, and the government makes movies. Like Obama, I said last week, produced the movie Leave the World Behind. Why on earth would a political person be able to do something like that. Like, we got to use our smart brains and ask some questions. Anyway, I hope you found that helpful, that we are real and we are in a hologram of something bigger. Just even though we see tangible things and we're in the 3D where there's different, you know, things aren't linear, but we live in the shadow of something much, much bigger. And I have some journal questions, and I'll go into that right now. And the main question is, what does heaven on earth mean to you? To write down what that looks like, and I'll share some examples. But let's pull some cards here. Namaste, Mary. Good to see you. Thank you for all your love and support for us. We love and support you right back, sweetie. So, since the moon is in Scorpio and Pluto is retrograde, all about transitions and like overcoming darknesses, we're going to do one card from the Kali Oracle. And we'll ask for guidance for living in this world, in this movie, in this show. So there's not much of a pre-shuffle with these. It's kind of picture on the back, picture on the front, so I can't really explain either way. The guidance from the Divine Mother, who's, you know, there's a lot of masculine energy going around right now, a lot of wanting to control, a lot of protection, and we are both divine masculine and divine feminine. So we're going to check in with the Divine Mother for how to be where we are today. And we got Blue Tara. Okay, I love this because it starts with chaos, which is, I don't love that, but which is really, really something to run and steer clear from. If something or someone is not helping you, then they're hurting you. There's no gray. But let's see what Blue Tara has to say. Chaos will give way to the higher order of love. Let there be peace in your hearts. So right now, we claim peace in our hearts, peace in our reality, our minds, peace in our surroundings, peace in our family, and peace on this planet. As Blue Tara looks to her right, gazing toward the future, she sees a vision of your peaceful, protected, and authentically expressive future. So here we are again with the journal question. What does heaven on earth look like to you? And here is Blue Tara telling you she sees it and blessing you toward a future of your peaceful, protected, and authentically expressive future. So I ring the bell for those of you that are expressing themselves. Again, I wanted to do a Facebook fast, but what I've done is just not logged on as much, because how could I Facebook fast when things are just so exciting right now? Anyway, you have, so authentically express yourself. You have every right to feel hopeful, happy, and secure in the destiny now unfolding for you. So please know that in every part of your soul and being, you have every right. We stand up for our rights. Freedom is not free. You have every right to feel hopeful, happy, and secure in your destiny now unfolding for you. All right, so if we have been feeling lower vibes, I will share a video of what the entities look like that feed on those. I've seen them. Other people have seen them. Most recently, the aliens in Florida. Remember when they showed up at the mall? Which has never happened before, overheated. Like, it's not even hot in here. So I guess my message is heated. Yeah, block any interferences, Divine, because these messages are getting out. Oh, I literally had to go put my phone in the freezer right now. Shasta, come here. I've been taking ice baths. Like, you do not need to go on a retreat to dunk yourself in cold water. It is hot. And if you're feeling emotional, water is so healing. If you have a lot of fire, and what I've been doing, I just fill up, all you need is a bathtub. I fill up my bath on cold and then dump the entire container of ice from the freezer into it. And I've done it twice now, and it is so good. So the phone got overheated. I do not know where I left off. I'll go back to the journal prompt. So what does heaven on earth mean to you? Here's a starting point. It's walking around healed. That means what's on the TV or what people say. First of all, don't hang out with people that curse you. If you're writing a book and people are saying, why are you going to do that? That's never going to happen. That's a curse, you guys. So we avoid the low vibes. Like the plague. Like, I have learned so much through my court case, and how it's just so connected to, what am I trying to say? I've just learned how to live in this world through all my yoga training, but also I've learned how to navigate the evil in this world from what I've dealt with personally with the custody case for my daughter. And so I really think it's important for us to share our victories and to talk about the wins and to celebrate them. So the heaven on earth is legacy planning versus instant gratification. It's knowing that you need nothing from nobody. And I'll go into a funny story. So I don't know why, but lately my daughter is like, if I tell her to go pick up her toys or something, she'll say like, I'll make you a deal. Like, I'll pick them up after this, that, and the other. And my response to her is, I don't make deals. Like, this is just a funny example, but there's nothing that we need from anybody. Making a deal, do not make deals, my darlings. And that, what that is like lowering your values to compromise with something that is against what your soul is. So I'm going to pull some cards here to see who our spiritual team is. We got Blue Tara. But first I'm going to share just a real short story. It's a really cool story, and I could share it pretty quickly. So there were 3 monks. Also, I want to share the video of how entities feed on us. Like, we don't need to go to a lab. They're like floating around, and they just get energy from our negativity or fear and stuff like that. So there were 3 monks, and a demonic entity appeared to them and said, I can give you one wish, basically, to change the universe. What would your wish be? Hold on, let me make sure I'm connected. I keep losing my connection on the internet as well. Okay, so sorry. So an entity came to three holy people and said, I can give you one wish to change the universe. What would you wish? And the first monk said, I would wish that that Lucifer never went against God in the heavens. Seems like a good wish, right? Things would be much different. The second monk said, I would wish that you never tempted Eve in the garden. Okay, well, there's lots to that story. Story for another day, but it seems like a good idea. Things would be very different if that supposedly did not happen. And the third monk, the wisest one, said, I would wish, the question was like one thing you could change about God. Yeah, that was how the question went. I would wish for the strength to resist the temptation of wanting to change anything that God did. And the knowledge to know, first of all, that what I just said, we don't need to change God's plan, because how did Julie Green say it? Sorry. Something like, where Satan, oh, here it is. Wherever Satan has a plot, God has a plan. So the third monk said, I would wish for the strength not to be tempted. Hi, Jessica. Hi, darling. Or to want to change what God has done. And also, I already know not to discuss things, not to make deals, not to entertain the conversations of, and I'm saying the devil as an energy and entity of the devil. So don't make deals is the point of that long story. And I'm sorry it was choppy. I'll try to find the picture and post that as well, so you guys can read it. I do have it somewhere. But yeah, lots of technical difficulties this rising, and that's all right. We are in Mercury pre-shadow, and Pluto goes to its normal orbit in September. And let's go ahead, let's do this, my darlings, because I got 10 minutes left. Only interested in messages from God's holy angels, who we are permitted by God to call on. And we call on them with our free will. We have to call on them, you guys. So who are our guides during this interesting time? Lahua, 2 of Cups. So rings may be significant. It says fruition provides expansive intelligence and gives the grace of God. That's great if y'all are coming into divine union. These crazy times making people be wild. I've seen so many breakups online. In the pre-shuffle, 5 of Cups, Vahua, God, King and Ruler, prosperity, destruction of the enemy, and deliverance from bondage. Bondage of the matrix, bondage of situations, relationships that we have elevated from. Breaking the shackles is really what is happening right now. Yeah, I put shake the shackles off, the globalism collapse. And here we have the matrix governing angel with the wheel of fortune, Archangel Metatron. Advancement and progress, teaches, guides, and records events in the book of life. So what this card is saying, what you are doing, what you are breaking free from, we got breaking free so much in the past couple reads, is going recorded in the book of life. So if you're exhausted and you're like, I want to be done, keep going, because this is getting recorded. This record is important, and it's going down in the Akashic records. All of the spiritual practices have some version of the book of life. Also, with the Wheel of Fortune, when we're journaling on what heaven on earth looks like, please know that this is why it's going recorded in the book here. Oh my goodness, we have a clean slate now. What we have gone through and overcome, it's as if it's a clean slate, because those things don't hurt us anymore. And we're moving forward on a completely new page, a completely new chapter, with none of the pain, but with all of the wisdom, you guys. That's what heaven on earth looks like. And it comes up with the Wheel of Fortune card. I'm going to read my notes in case that says it better. We are gifted a new life because we have a new heart. Yeah, that's it. After all of the heartbreak, remember, now we have peace in our heart. Green Tara. After all of the heartbreaks, you made your slate clean. So it's like getting a new start. It's so good, my darlings. I hope you feel into this and journal about it. It's like getting a new heart, a new start but we're not like starting with amnesia, like how we came to this earth. Our new heart has all of the knowledge and wisdom. We talked about that the lessons last week. We have all of that awareness, but without the pain anymore. And so that's what heaven on earth is. It's walking around healed now. And that has a ginormous effect, but I'm not going to get into that. When we get, last thing on the matrix, when we continue to level up into higher versions of reality, into higher dimensions, those lower entities that float around, I'll share the video again, and many spiritual people have seen these in real life. They can't survive in the higher dimensions because their frequency is so dense. They're stuck here. Hi, Jeremy. How are you, darling? Namaste. Yeah. So when we do get to the higher levels, whatever you want to call them, you guys, there's many different names, but those lower entities that are real, they basically like disappear because they're not high vibing enough to dwell where we dwell. So raise your vibrations, celebrate the hope, the light that she said, the hope for a bright future and your victories, you guys. I'm going to start a movement here in a bit where we just share our victories, big or small. Let's celebrate our wins because we are winning. We are winning. Last pre-shuffle, 5 of Pentacles. Number 7, the forbearing God. Patience reveals secrets of nature and spreads knowledge in industry. Okay, I'm not going to read it further. Let's go ahead and see who our guides are. I only have 4 minutes, so I'm going to pull 4 cards and be on my way for a good day. I'm so excited. My earth angel, Aunt Sandra, is coming in from New York today. So I'm going to get my daughter and I'm going to get her. Okay, so here's 2 cards. I haven't peeked yet, and I want 2 more. I'll try to do a card a minute. I am doing personal reads, so connect with me if you'd like one of those. Let's take in a few long, deep inhales. All right, we have our 4 cards. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Cups. The God deflecting evil, healing capacity, protection from weapons, and safety in travel. Super bummed my phone overheated and I lost time with you. Bummer. Okay, the first card, King of Wands, Archangel Daniel, God the merciful judge. Eloquence and gives answers to those in doubt. So if you are struggling, I'll try to do the Ask Angel cards next read. We call on Angel Daniel. Remember Daniel in the lion's den? Taming those lions, my darling, and having the courage to be in the den with the lions, knowing that you're one of them. The moon is in Leo. Hi, April. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. Yeah, we are not afraid of confrontation made in vain because we know in our hearts we're one of the lions. If you're having questions, we call on Archangel Daniel to give you answers when you're in doubt, and doubt is a lower vibration. So we call on this angel to raise the vibes of our intuition, our inner knowing, our inner standing, and let the answers come in clear ways. And also, you guys, I just heard today, we don't necessarily need to call on signs from heaven because we are assigned to heaven. So keep this journal entry, really feeling it in our bodies and our hearts. What does heaven on earth look like? And know that you're assigned by heaven. So may your signs be clear, your third eye clear, so you can recognize them. I talked a lot already about messages from spirit, our synchronicities, sounds. We really need to be mindful of our thoughts and be sure that the thoughts that are fed from the dense entities, I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about spirits. That when we hear negative thoughts or fear or doubt, that we remember who we are. A chosen divine warrior, basically. Let's continue. 10 of Wands. I got a minute left. God humiliating the proud. That means to be humiliated or embarrassed, that's a public thing. You don't get humiliated without things being made publicly. Otherwise, that would be just a shameful feeling. So if there has been an injustice, again, 7/17 is the International Day of Justice. We call it in, my darlings. Know that Archangel Niel is helping God humiliating the proud. That means there will be a public observation or knowing or whatever of any wrongdoings. Spiritual communication influences religious men, teachers, and men of law. So thank you, Archangel Niel, for justice in the legal system. And for supporting the survivors, the victims, those who have had wrong done to them. We've got the Empress as the next card. Archangel Michael, God, Father, generous. And here again, we have the divine masculine, the divine feminine, because the Empress is a feminine side, but the description is God, Father, the generous. Interesting photo as well. Fertility and fruitfulness, and assures peace between married couples. And the divine feminine, the divine masculine, the creator is also both. And we are, we have that, I gotta go. We have that creator in us. So whether you're in a marriage or not, if you are, many blessings to you, like a partnership. It doesn't have to be a legal marriage. But this is God themselves, the feminine and the masculine. Okay, and then the last card, Page of Pentacles. So a Page of Pentacles, any page, is about receiving news, a small message, and it says, God sung above all. Hi, Ken. Good to see you, dear. Happy International Day of Justice, July 17th. God sung above all. So listen to high vibrational music. I'm going to share my playlist again, and there's a lot of songs that explain the Matrix. Listen to the good music, you guys. Loyalty and allegiance, friendship and reconciliation. So God bless those relationships that have been damaged. Parental relationships, you know, in the Bible it does say that brothers and sisters will fight, children will leave their parents, but then it says they come back together, and there's so many reasons for us to come back together right now. So we're going to end it on the Page of Pentacles. Know that we have loyalty, so be with good people, and friendship and reconciliation. Sorry, my read got so cut off, my darlings. I will catch you again real soon. Thank you to, this is our team, you guys. We have the Merciful Judge, giving answers in doubt, Angel Daniel, God humiliating the proud, and influencing religious men, teachers, and men of law, Archangel Niel, Archangel Michael, the Empress, God the Father, the generous, fertility and fruitfulness. So really sowing those seeds, you guys. Fertility, a seed. The Bible doesn't mention karma, but you can look up where it doesn't say that word karma, but it talks a lot about reaping what we sow. And we are always, every moment throughout the day, sowing things. And it's very simple, you guys. If you put your efforts on work, you're going to get a lot of work back, right? If you put your efforts on health, you're going to get a lot of health back. If you put your efforts and energy on stressful things, on sadness, you're going to get a lot of sadness back. So fertility, now is the time of sowing good things and reaping what we sow, because we're doing that all day long, my darlings. And lastly, a message coming, maybe it's in music, God sung above all, loyalty, friendship, and reconciliation. So this is your team of guides this week. I invite you to journal on what heaven on earth looks like for you. Because now we're fully navigated. We always know where, like, the other day I was telling somebody, I was so tired. I've just been sleeping from the politics in the court and stuff. And when I dropped off my daughter, I said, I don't know where I'm supposed to be or what I'm supposed to be doing today. I said, I'm either very free or very lost. And the truth is, I'm always fully calibrated. Oh, that's not how I meant to say it. Fully navigated, just recalibrated. So we've learned we're not going to fight against each other. We're going to fight against the system. We have the power to create through Christ consciousness, and I'll end it with this. I am fully awake and present, and the unity prayer. The light of God surrounds us. The power of God protects us. The love of God dwells in us. And so we're going to continue to sow those loving seeds into harvest the benefits of love. I love you. God bless and keep you. Thank you for listening, and I will see you next time. Bye.